All right, so welcome to the Making Good Connections webinar. This is probably one of your first engagements with SNHU and your first year experience. And when I say first year experience, it means your first experience with SNHU, not necessarily your first experience with college, because I recognize so many of you come from different backgrounds and have so much insight on your previous experiences and bringing that to this institution and look forward to supporting you. But who am I? I am Dr. James Winfield. I serve as one of the associate deans here at the institution. I have had the great fortune of being with the institution for about 3 years now. And with that, I've seen a lot of great stories from students who have gone through, persisted, and have grown in their academic journey and their personal and professional lives. So really looking forward to supporting you as well. My students know me as Dr. J. I also instruct some of the courses that we have as well, including SNU 107 and IDS 105. I teach those courses. But today, what the goal is to really talk about the resources that are available to you at SNHU. And to outline that, we have many of my great colleagues here. Many of them I would consider as friends as well because we collaborate and work with each other so much. And they're going to be here to talk to you about resources such as student involvement, getting you connected with career services, academic support, Shapiro Library, which is a great resource for you all once you engage in research and getting resources, all of that. Alumni engagement, as we want you to be connected to this institution beyond graduation and connecting with current students and so forth. And so it's just a lot that you can do to give back. And then just a quick overview of some of the introductory courses that reside here. I mentioned SNU 107 and IDS 105 are two of those courses in that pathway, and we'll just talk briefly about those. And then you'll hear about our peer mentorship program as well. So, as I mentioned, I'm one of the associate deans, but my role is specific to helping first year experience and retention strategies, which essentially means ensuring that you get the support that you need and that you have what you need so that you can stay at the institution and graduate and have a positive experience. So, if you don't remember anything, which I know you're going to remember a lot during our time together, is I want you to remember this acronym of PEN, which is Persist, Engage, Network. This acronym is a play on the mascot of the institution known as the Penman. So, with that, I want you to persist. I want you to persist in your life goals. We want you to persist academically from term to term and to, connect with your advisor, get the support and resources you need, which lends to the next point of engage. So, engage with the myriad of resources and supports at the institution so that we make sure that you get what you need when you need it. And then network. So networking is so vital in your work and in academia. We want to make sure that you network with peers, individuals in your class, your advisors, your instructors. They're all here to support you, and we want to make sure that you get connected so that you understand what's available to you as you move forward. So remember PEN, persist, engage, network. That's a mantra of our first year experience and retention strategies, just to make sure that you get what you need when you need it. So FYE 101, just by a quick show of hands in the chat, would love to see if any of you have completed it or are working on it. No penalty if you haven't completed it yet, but want to put that at the top of your mind because that's something that's going to get you oriented and understanding how the courses work at SNHU and what the resources are. So you may see some parallels with what you're being presented with today, along with the information in FYE 101. So it's a great resource for you all. It's located within Brightspace, which is where your courses are, and it's a really quick experience. Go through that, engage in those resources, and that'll be a great way for you to get a good jump start on your academic experience. So with that, as I mentioned, you're not going to hear me talk too much longer. We have a myriad of resources here, and one of them is Mandy Seibel, who works as a director of student involvement, and she's going to talk to you all about just being engaged and connected and the opportunities that are afforded to you as SNHU students. Mandy.
Thank you so much, James. Hi, everybody. How are we today? Are you excited to be here? I sure am, and I'm excited to kick us off today and get us started. So I'm going to move the slide forward, and I'm going to ask you all to make sure, can everyone see the why get involved, the theory behind engagement first slide? All right, perfect. Yay. Okay, welcome. Hi, everyone. Again, I'm really excited to get you kicked off today. My name is Mandy Siebel. As James mentioned, I work in the Office of Student Involvement. I'd like to say that a lot of the work that the offices today who are going to share all about their services, it intertwines. So I'm excited to be the one to get us started, but a lot of the work we do together is together as a team, and you will find that at SNHU we are a team and we are all here to support you. And I hope you feel that way as this presentation continues. As you've seen, the chat goes very, very fast. So while I'm presenting, I probably won't see what's happening in the chat. So if you could hold your questions until the end, that would be amazing. That way, I can answer those in the chat, and I'm going to post a lot of helpful links for you. So again, I might ask you guys a few things, but if you could hold your questions till the end, I promise you I will be in the chat answering questions for you. Um, so why get involved? We found that over time, the more students get involved, the more they realize the opportunities they have in reference to what is available at SNHU. So it's not just about the classes you take, although those are very, very, very important. We want you to be successful in your classes. Should you want to, you can also make relationships and have extracurricular activities as an online student at SNHU. So just like you all did in the chat before the presentation with the Office of Student Involvement and SNHU Connect specifically, which we'll go over in a minute, we are hoping that people find ways to relate, find things they have in common with somebody who may be thousands and thousands of miles away or could be in the same town or city as them. And the goal of the Office of Student Involvement, the whole mission of our team, is to create a sense of belonging for students regardless of what modality they are, whether they are campus or online. And our office is very unique in the sense that we serve all modalities of students. We serve campus and online students, and some of our team members work specifically with online students, some with campus, and some both, like myself. So we're really excited to tell you about one of those aspects to start, which is SNHU Connect, which is a private online space that is only for students in our programs and our competency-based programs. A lot of times people find SNHU Connect and aren't quite sure how to utilize it, so we're going to go into a little bit more detail about what the space looks like, which is a similar layout to some of the other social media platforms that you have. And James, I'm going to have you forward the slides because PowerPoint Live's being funky for me, so I just want to make sure that they're actually moving. So if you could go to the next slide, that would be great.
All right, I got you.
Thank you. All right. So let's see. Here we are. This is SNHU Connect page on My SNHU, and it helps you log right into SNHU Connect. So like I mentioned, SNHU Connect is a community platform where you'll make new friends with people from all over the country, even the world, and hopefully you'll meet students in different programs as you, but also in the same programs as you, very similarly like what you were sharing in the chat. And we'll be able to encourage each other in this platform along your journey. So we want you to log into the online community. We want you to complete your profile, which I'll go over in a second. Introduce yourself. You will get access about a week after you've registered for your courses. So I do want to make sure, especially because you're all new here, if after today you try to log into SNHU Connect and you can't log in, give it a little bit more time because you will get access about 7 days after you are registered for your first course. If 7 days have passed and you still aren't able to log in, I'm going to put the email connect@snu.edu in the chat. Reach out to us. We'll help you troubleshoot, but try to give it that 7-day time frame in order to log into SNU Connect after you've registered for your first class. So that's a common question that I get after this webinar. Ooh, doesn't look like I have access. Just make sure you wait that 7 days after registration. All right, so on the screen that James is sharing for me, which is amazing, like I said, you can meet peers, you can build your network. So one of the ways doing that in SNHU Connect is to go to the advanced people search. And this is an awesome place to start because once you enter a combination of search criteria such as home, city, state, degree, program, and you click search, it's going to populate all the people that meet that criteria in your area. So you can follow them, their page, you can email them, you can message them, You can choose to connect with them in any which way you want to do, or you can click on their profile simply to learn more about them. So again, if you look on the left, you're going to see a blue avatar, and that is someone who hasn't updated their page or added a picture to their profile. One thing I'd love for you guys to take away is to update a picture. It shows that you are someone who wants to use SNHU Connect to engage and connect with other students, and that you're approachable, you're a real person. So we would love for you to do that as a takeaway today. But again, all of this is optional. It is not something that you have to do, but it is something that is available to help build community and connect. You will also see what other students, excuse me, may have entered in their criteria, entered for criteria in their profile. And again, you want to make sure to complete your profile so that students can find you and that they know that you want to connect using the platform SNHU Connect, which is that is what it's for. And again, I just want to note this again, you will receive access to this platform a week after you've registered for your first class. James, if you could go to the next slide, please. All right, so question for the group. Has anybody joined or looked at one of our clubs, our online clubs or organizations at SNHU? Feel free to enter it in the chat. Oh, we've got some yeses. We have some nos. All right, not yet. Okay, all right, that's all okay. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what an online club is, what they do, how you can find them. Don't be nervous. It is something that you can definitely check out and join on your own. You don't have to join. It's all, like I said, optional for you, but it is something that you can get involved in. So we have educational clubs, we have social clubs, we have university sponsored clubs. All of our online clubs are free to join. You can get involved as soon as today. All you have to do is email the club or post on their SNHU Connect page. So all of these clubs have a unique email address and a page in SNHU Connect. So once you get into that platform that I just talked about, if you put book club in the search bar at the top right, it'll bring you to the book club page. You can follow that page. You can see what kind of events they host. You can attend an event without becoming a member. But if you want to be a member, all you have to do is email them, which their email address is found right on that page, and say, hey, can you please add me to the roster? But again, you don't have to. You can just join or follow the group before you make any decisions. But all of these are free to join. We suggest starting with one or two and then adding from there. All of these clubs also offer leadership opportunities if that's something that's interested to you. So let's say you joined the book club and you were really excited about the book club, and after you've established your routine at SNHU, you think, hey, I might like to run for an executive board position and be the secretary of the book club. So that is something that you can look into as long as you're a member of the club. So there are other opportunities that present itself, but if you just want to be a casual member and attend every so often or join events, you can do so. They do give away swag at their events too. But all of these are a way to also get involved. They try to meet at least once a month, and sometimes they host events with each other, which is pretty cool too. Next slide, please, James. So I just shared with you that whole list of clubs that we have, online recognized clubs, and you do have to be recognized by our office to be an official club at SNHU. So if you're like, ooh, I want to start a I don't know, parenting club. You would come to Club Hub, which is our virtual lounge where all of our SNHU students and or online clubs have access to. They share their events, they share their contests and meetings. But let's say you wanted to start a club that wasn't on that list. You would start there. You'd say, hey, is anyone interested in starting a parenting club? And then you would get a list of people that are interested, and then you would have to follow our recognition process, which I will share a link if that is something you're interested in later, on how you do so, how you go about starting a club. But all of our online recognized clubs that are officially SNHU sponsored and affiliated are within SNHU Connect. But if, like I said, there's something that you didn't see that you want to or want to start a club that you're interested in, Club Hub is how you do so. And I promise you I will post the links on how to start a new club at the end of my presentation. Next slide, please, James. All right, so we also have 5 honor societies for online students, which is pretty exciting. So if you qualify for any of these honor societies, you will get an invitation. They're once a year to your SNHU email. So I always want to pause here and say if I could give you one piece of advice that I hope you take away from today, it is please, please, please make sure to check continuously your SNHU email. That is the safest place for anybody from SNHU to correspond with you. Try not to use your Gmail or any of those to reach out to new staff. Use your SNHU email, and that will be the place that if you are eligible for an honor society, you do get an invitation to. And it's only a short time that that invitation is open. So you do want to make sure you are checking your SNHU email for a multitude of different reasons for your classes, but this is also an opportunity for an honor society. There are deadlines for each honor society, so make sure to pay close attention to those deadlines that will be in that email that you receive. There is one honor society that invites students twice a year, which is the National Society of Leadership and Success. So there's one in the fall and the spring for them. There, for all of these honor societies, there is a one-time lifetime membership fee. And as long as you meet the criteria, again, check your SNHU email and it will come right there. You don't have to nominate yourself to any of these. You can opt in or out. It's completely optional, again, for you. Some of them are for undergraduate specifically. Some might be for graduate. Some are for both. But there are opportunities for everyone. You can, on My SNHU, find all the criteria for all of our honor societies. So make sure to check that out. I'll put that link in the chat later today too. And all of these honor societies have spaces in SNHU Connect as well, where you can follow the page just like you can with clubs, learn a little bit about what's happening in those honor societies. The National Society of Leadership and Success has a cycle happening right now, so that page is very active. So if you're interested in that one, you want to check that page out. Again, these are all optional opportunities, but it's one aspect that our students are very excited about if they get that invitation in their email. Next slide, please, James. Um, Another thing that our office tries to do is host events. Just because you're online doesn't mean you can't attend an event. So we have webinars, we have events where we may travel to where a pocket of our online students are located. So spoiler alert, if anybody is here from Cleveland, keep an eye on your email. We may be making a visit there in the fall. So we try to do a few visits a year to other states to get in touch with folks, have you meet each other and see that you are not alone in this journey, that there are people that may be in the same town as you that also attend SNHU, and that's one of our favorite things to do. But fear not, if we do not have an event in your town or state, we do have things that happen online. We have webinars, we have leadership skill webinars, skill building webinars, we have fun events where we may just have bingo or play trivia. So there's always different ways that you can get involved, and those invitations as well will go to your SNHU email. This is another area that we also partner with our amazing alumni team. Allie is going to be sharing a little bit more about some of those opportunities, but we also try to partner together so that we are all there and represented for you in some of these events, so such as homecoming or global days of service, which, like I said, Allie will talk about a little bit later. We also have a 100% virtual leads conference that happens in the spring. So spoiler alert, that'll be about March. So if you are interested, there are sessions throughout 2 days where you can attend leadership sessions, get some swag from the conference. So we really try to make opportunities for you, again, no matter where you are in the world, but sometimes locally as well, which is pretty cool. All right, next slide, please, James. So, learning communities are also spaces that are available for you. They are located within SNHU Connect. Melanie is going to go over some of those a little bit later today as well. There's also various groups on the page. We have actually a very new, I think it was as of this week, Native American group that's in SNHU Connect, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of different groups aside from clubs that you can browse, check out. There's not any official roster that you have to join, but you just really participate in the space and in the page. You can also find information on the Student Engagement Council there, which is another way that you can get leadership and be a representative for the student body that you can apply for. So I would check out this page in My SNHU, and again, I'll post that link after my presentation. But these are another way for you to get involved outside of clubs and organizations that live in SNHU Connect. There is a page, 2 pages I want to highlight. One is called SNHU Spirit. That's a really fun one, as is the name. There's a lot of fun giveaways that we do in there. So if you're looking for swag, we have flash giveaways in there. We have fun National Day of things. A lot of fun content in the SNHU Spirit page. So check that out. And with that, on the New Student Connections page today, I'm going to be posting a flash giveaway about this webinar. So if you can get into SNHU Connect and go to that New Student Connections page, make sure to participate in that flash giveaway, and you may be randomly selected for some SNHU swag, which is pretty cool. All right, next slide, please, James. I'm almost done. I know I'm talking a lot at you here. In closing, here's a picture of an event that we hosted in California. We are the Office of Student Involvement. We love to get students together, whether that is in person or online, to create belonging for you. And we can't wait for you to attend a future event with us. Again, I promise I'll be in the chat answering questions, posting some links, sharing our email address. But I'm super excited that you're here. And thanks again. And if you need anything, please let me know. I'll be in the chat. Over to you, James.
Awesome. I'm happy to take it from here, James. So, thanks so much, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today with all of you. My name is Alyssa Laskowski, and I am a career engagement partner here within the career services team at SNHU. And so, my team focuses primarily on connecting wonderful students like all of you with career services and our resources early on in your academic programs. So, for those of you who have not heard about career services, we are a free career advising and career exploration service for all current online students and a free lifetime service for all of our alumni and graduates. So today I'm going to talk about how career services can be a benefit to you here and now. Next slide, please. So, most of our students here are attending college for a variety of career related reasons. Either they want to maybe explore a new career or maybe advance within their current one. And so, you might not realize it, but your SNHU Career Services team offers many different support services related to getting you prepared for your next career venture. And so, our team can partner with you to help you outline your unique career plan during your college program. However, it does seem like most students wait until graduation or even after graduating to begin connecting with us. And we understand it can definitely be maybe intimidating or even overwhelming to think about your career plans. Everybody sometimes feels this way, but our career services team can help facilitate your next steps no matter where you are in your career journey. And you'll get the best results if you connect with our team and our career resources much earlier than graduation. This way, you can start to explore what careers interest you and then plan out and take maybe more focused academic courses that best align with your career aspirations. And so I understand and I know it might not seem like a priority right now while you're just getting started, or maybe just going through your coursework, but I can't emphasize enough the importance of reaching out to us early in your program to start planning potential career paths that best suit you. Next slide, please. So, whether starting a new career or maybe thinking about advancing in your current field, our team can assist you in many ways. And maybe you don't know what careers are out there for you. That's not a problem. That's exactly why our team is here. We can help you start that exploration journey here and now. So, students can reach out via email or call our SNHU Career Services team directly anytime during your academic program. We have a dedicated team of career advisors, and they are located nationwide. We have over 70 plus professional advisors on our team. And so SNHU career advisors can provide individualized one on one support to online students geared towards goal setting or professional resume and cover letter, even portfolio assistance, interview preparation, job and internship search strategies, salary negotiation tactics, and even personal social media branding. We also work with you if you're interested in pursuing an internship, and we also host career events that online students can attend throughout the entire academic year. So don't wait to reach out. We are here to support your career journey no matter where you're maybe starting from. Next slide, please. So in June of 2024, we launched our new virtual career center site for SNHU online students and alumni called Career 360. Career 360 is your new central resource hub for all SNHU Career Services offerings, with access to customized job and internship postings, a specialized career event schedule, and a comprehensive collection of industry-focused resources that have been provided by our SNHU Career Advisor professionals. Career 360 truly offers a plethora of information to support you throughout every stage of your professional career journey. Next slide, please. So, what does Career 360 offer? So SNHU online students and alumni can explore the homepage, which has dedicated menus to browse to get you started. For example, you can click on the People We Connect menu to learn more about our career advisors and how they can support you as an online student or alumni. You can also click on Affinities and Identities to explore diversity-specific resources, including job searching, internships, and more. You can also select Explore Industries, and in that menu, you can browse specific career resources by your degree or major and other professional industries. You can also click the Build Career Skills menu to explore resources on things like resumes, interviewing, job and internship searching, and much more. And lastly, you'll see our career events calendar so you can register to attend any of our upcoming career events. Next slide, please. So as I noted, Career 360 also gives you the chance to explore specific industry-based career communities that are in business, education, healthcare, liberal arts, social sciences, and STEM. And once you find your ideal career community, you can also browse specific career resources like LinkedIn, highlighted jobs and internships, and even career videos. And if you're looking for more career help, you can find a ton of information related to resumes and cover letters, earning certifications, networking, negotiating job offers, preparing for interviews, assessing your career interests, preparing for graduate school, or starting your internship or job search. So Career 360 really gives you the power to take your career to new heights. Next slide, please. In closing, I can't emphasize enough the amazing career support that's available through our SNHU Career Services team. And so you may be asking yourselves, well, what can I do right now to get some career help? So some simple steps would be to check out and bookmark our Career Services website, Career 360, and I'll be adding that link here in the chat momentarily. Or feel free to contact our career advising team anytime for one-on-one help and advice. And I'll quickly note that the Career 360 link will be available in your Brightspace courses as well. So those updates are coming soon. And I'll also echo what was said before about checking that SNHU email address. We here on the Career Services team are constantly emailing students through their SNHU emails to alert you on career events, job leads, career resources, and much, much more. So thank you all so much for your time today, and I will now hand it off to our next presenter.
Hello, that would be me. I'm Allison. I am one of the academic coaches with academic support. I am one of the many people you will meet if you come to academic support for assistance on anything. And I'm going to walk you through some of the things that we have to help. First, I would also say that the PowerPoint's acting a little weird for me too. So I don't know if everybody's on the slide that has my picture in academic support at SNHU. You might have to toggle forward and I'll ask James
Allison,
too.
I'll progress it for you. I've been in the background doing it for you all.
Awesome, thank you, because it's not moving forward for me, so I also have to do it. So okay. So has anybody been to academic support yet? I don't see any, not yet. A few yes, not yet. Well, I know the FYE course gives you some information about us, how to find us, and what we have to offer, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I myself am also a first-generation college student. My husband, my spouse is as well. A lot of my colleagues are, we are varied, and we have a lot of different backgrounds, and so as you come to academic support, you'll meet people who have graduated and moved on from SNHU, current students, just a lot of different experiences with education. The one thing I can guarantee that you will get is empathy, kindness, and just people who will lift you up. So this is just a little brief overview of what we have, and then we'll go into each one of those. We have 27 drop-in support. We have workshops. So if you're really enjoying this experience and the webinars that you experience in other classes, we have workshops every single day. We have written feedback if you just want a second set of eyes on something. And we have scheduled support with academic coaches and peer tutors to dig in a little bit deeper and meet one-on-one with somebody. And that's our mission statement. We really believe that all learners are capable of growth and are here to support you. Next slide, please. And this is how you find us. We're in every single one of your classes. So if you go to the banner, right, that nice banner in your class, where it says course menu, tools, Shapiro Library, and then us, academic support, you can click on that and it takes you to our homepage. We're also right underneath module 8 on the left-hand side. So there's a couple of ways to find us. And then once you're there, you get this picture that says welcome and then your name and then a bunch of tiles that explain each one of these. So if you don't remember from this presentation what each thing is, it lets you know and you can try it out. So I'd encourage you to come over and try some things out, especially as you're just starting off. The 24/7 drop-in tutoring, it's just that it's available 24/7. It's largely a chat, but they do also have voice chat capabilities. This is great for when you're just feeling stuck or have like a really small question on something. You can check this out. You can put your topic in the subject area, type in your question, and then one of the tutors will be connected with you. If you prefer having that voice chat, you just click that button. You can attach files. They have a whiteboard and can walk you through some things. So that's really great if you're working late at night or early in the morning. It'll help with that. Written feedback is another thing that's really helpful. So if you are feeling a little nervous about your writing and your instructor seeing your writing, this comes within 12 hours. I always recommend giving it about a day because you want to receive the feedback and do something with it before you submit your assignment. But a good strategy in using the written feedback can be using this to kind of get you ahead on your timeline. If your assignment's due on Sunday, you can say, on Friday, I'm going to submit for written feedback so that I can make sure that it's the best draft that I can submit and get some feedback. And then because you have a form to fill out, you let that person, the human being who is going to be looking at your paper, know what you're struggling with. So let them know if you've received any particular feedback, let them know, where you're at and what you're concerned about so they can tailor the feedback to you. Next slide, please. The workshops, which I just mentioned, if you're really enjoying this experience, this is another space where you can do this every single day. We have workshops running. We have 3 flavors of workshops. We have office hours. Office hours are kind of come with questions. We have peer groups, which is a great opportunity for you to engage with other learners and meet other people talking around certain subjects. One that I want to highlight is the new to SNHU peer group, and we have a bunch of kind of new to the university peer groups that would be a great addition to what you're doing today. And then we have, as you can just see from there, applied statistics, discussion board writing, all of the areas that we hear like, I'm a little worried about this and I just need a little bit of tips, a little bit of support and knowledge on how to do my best in this. And so we have all of those for you in the workshops. And then we also have, if we move to the next slide, scheduled support. Within scheduled support, we have 2 flavors. We have the peer tutors, and this is another area because we have everything in the pen. We have persist, engage, and network. This is something too that we're introducing you to that you might apply to later on when you're, in your 3rd term, getting, 2nd or 3rd term, doing well in your classes. This could be a good way to give back to your school community by applying as a peer tutor. Our peer tutors are fantastic. They work on the course-related skills. So if you're in stats and you have a question on stats, then you can connect with one of our peer tutors and really work through the areas that you're struggling with in a 45-minute session with camera, voice, and screen sharing. And they can kind of help you understand the assignments better and help move you forward if you're feeling stuck. Academic coaches, of which I am one, we help you develop a goal-based plan. So let's say you're feeling not as confident in reading comprehension or you're struggling with time management. We can help we'll ask you a few questions, get to know you, develop a 3-week plan, and then we will work with you on your specific goals in that setting of the camera on, sharing screens, talking about it, and working through it. So those are the 2 kind of one-on-one, face-to-face sort of interactions that we have through academic support. Next slide, please. We also have so just to walk you through what it will look like. So peer tutoring, if you want to meet with a peer tutor because you're not feeling very confident in the particular class you're in, or you have a question that you want to deeply understand better within your psychology class, then what you'll do is you'll go over and click pre-scheduled support, peer tutoring, and then you're given this little menu where you put the subject area, the subject, and then you can select a tutor, or you can just pick on the day that works best for you, and then you'll see a bunch of times. I promise everybody you work with will be amazing. But sometimes if you see somebody in a workshop that you really like the way they explain things, you can find them from the tutor list. And a pro tip would be if you just know I'm stuck on this assignment and I am having trouble with this rubric, my instructor is telling me I need to keep looking at the rubric, or I'm missing something on the rubric, you can even just type in rubric support and then rubric support, and you'll get a lot of people who can kind of pop in and help you decode and figure out what's going on and what the disconnect is. For academic coaching, if you want to have that goal-based plan for 3 weeks, then what you want to do is you'll go to the pre-scheduled support and you'll click academic coach below that. It gives you this choose your own adventure sort of thing. You will choose I struggle to do well no matter what course I'm in, because we're really thinking not just one course, but really these areas that you're feeling not as confident in. And then you're given this menu of 6 areas like reading comprehension, organization, strengthening academic skills. You pick the one that you think that's really what I need to work on. And then you see a calendar with our friendly faces, and you can select the time that works best for a planning session. We'll meet with you. We'll develop a goal to work on for 3 weeks. And we also have resources. So if you're a person that just really likes videos and, infographics and needs just a little extra understanding of something, we have a whole resource center with sheet guides, videos, web guides for so many things. And we also have a YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel houses all of our really wonderful videos that walk through things like how to write a thesis statement and, how to make the most of organizing your computer. And I can absolutely reiterate that make sure you get into a habit of checking your email. If you need help organizing your email because maybe you haven't used email before, that could be a good thing that you come to us for. We can help you create organizational strategies to keep track of all of these things. That is my time. I'm going to post a little thing in the meeting chat just about how to connect with us again. Thank you for being here and showing up for yourselves, and thank you for being here at SNHU, and we hope you come check us out.
Awesome. I will take the torch. Hello, my name is Shanna Chartier. I am one of the directors of information literacy at the Shapiro Library, which, as you can see, is so much more than books, especially with the vast online school that we have. We have a ton of virtual support. So today I'm really going to kind of tip the iceberg with everyone, because if I went too deep into detail, we might have our heads spinning. So James, if you wouldn't mind, next slide. And thank you, Allison, for pointing that out, that if you are in your Brightspace course, you can get to the Shapiro Library from that banner along the top of the screen. I will also paste the library homepage link in the chat when I'm done. If you want to bookmark it, I wouldn't say it's a bad idea. It's nice to have it readily available. So you'll find probably fairly early on in your program and your time here that you will be doing some sort of research, whether that's in your early English classes or when it's like, even if you're kind of in your discipline classes. I've seen a lot of business, a lot of computer science, folks like that. We have just databases for every subject area, and you might find yourself in one at some point. So it's really helpful to know kind of where the library is, how to use it. We have our big multi-search here in the middle of the library homepage, and that's usually where I tell people to start their research. If you see down, you've got the quick links box here on the bottom left and the A to Z database list, and that lists all of our individual databases. That's where if you wanted to get subject specific, you could, but we have like 400 databases. So it can be a little overwhelming at first. We always recommend start with the multi-search. The multi-search is kind of like the Google-ish version of the best the databases can come to Google, which is that it takes a number of our databases, combines them together, and it's a really great place to kind of start doing just kind of start with your research nice and broad. So I always like to recommend that. You've got our news and update section right in the middle. So anything that's, coming down the pipeline or new and interesting things that are happening, check that out. And then we always like to point out that we have our FAQ box, and some of the common mistakes we find is that students will be in the FAQ box doing library research searches in there. So that's not where you want to go. You want to be in the multi-search if you're looking for articles and books and ebooks and things like that. FAQ box is more like if you have a citation question, we get those a lot. You could type in, APA and YouTube, and you'll get a whole drop down list of FAQs that can help you answer kind of questions like that, or how you can connect your library account to Google Scholar, which is something, if you're not familiar with, Google Scholar is the academic side of Google. And so if you're more used to that interface and it's a little bit easier to kind of ease into searching, it's a really useful tool, and it's very easy to connect your library account there. So if you were to type in Google into that search box, you would be able to kind of make connections like that. So the FAQ box is really more for questions on that side as opposed to the actual research. And then the last thing I want to point out on our homepage, which is like the most important thing, is how you can reach out to us, or how can you get help? Because there's nothing that makes us sadder than folks who are really struggling with, you're struggling with finding keywords or using the databases. It's not as intuitive as, say, a Google search. It takes a little bit more finesse. You can always click on that chat 24/7 with the librarian button. They are always available. We have a team of, oh, sorry, am I moving the slides forward? Sorry, they keep going. You can always connect with a librarian or a student worker. We have a team of student workers who are on the front lines. They're able to answer any kind of more simple questions. If there's anything if it's like really in-depth research, they will forward that question on to a professional librarian, and that person will be able to help you if you need to have more one-on-one assistance or need to make an appointment, something like that, we can forward you so that you have the library's full support on something like that. So clicking on that chat 24/7 with the librarian button is going to be key. You also have the ask@snhu.libanswers.com. That's our generalized email. So you can email us questions, and we'll have our team respond to you within the day, so that you can make sure that you're getting your questions answered and that you're getting the help and support you need with library resources. As you can see, there's this drop down as well. So we have, just like I said, a bunch of stuff. We're just doing the basic overview today. But a couple of key things that you might want to notice in this drop down is the online library catalog. So you are able to access our books. You are able, if you are not a local New Hampshire student, you are able to still access our physical collection and have books mailed out to you. At the moment, that is on pause because our team is a bit understaffed, but we will be back at full functioning around October for that. But lots of good services. We also have our periodical finder. That's something where if you were looking for the Chronicle of Higher Education, or you just want to see, what we have for a certain journal or magazine or whatever, you can go there. You can type it in, see where we have access, do more targeted searching, things like that. So just like I said, lots of different ways you can search, lots of different places you can go. But if you need help, and I'll go ahead and now do the next slide. There we go. Back in that quick links guide, we have the getting started guide, and it's a really, really robust library guide that has good navigation links. It has all of the stuff on how to do research, how to use the library databases, how to navigate our space, how to get the resources that you need quickly, hopefully, so that you can, get your best work done and make sure you're using reliable information sources. So that is all for me. I see that there are some questions in the chat, so I'll address them there. But we're really thrilled to have you with us. And if you have any need for research help, please, by all means, click that button, reach out. We're happy to help. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. My name is Ali Pudva, and I work in the Office of Alumni Engagement. And I'm so excited to share some information with you today. Thanks for bearing with this very informative and exciting presentation. So to start us off, I have a question if you want to put your answers in the chat. How many alumni do you think we have in our SNHU community? See what you think. 400,000, thousands, yeah. A little more than 12 and 5. Yeah, these are so great. So we have just over 256,000 alumni that are a part of our SNHU community. That's as August of this year. So it's growing every single month, which is super exciting. And we have over 193,000 alumni who have graduated from online programs. So it's just about 75% of our total population. Our top 5 degree types that are held by alumni from online programs include the following. About 26% have graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree. So this could have been a degree in business, human resource management, economics, or finance. About 17% of our alumni have graduated with a Bachelor of Arts. This could have been a degree in communications, justice studies, or psychology. About 11% of our alumni graduated with a Master of Science degree, could have been in accounting or business analytics, IT, or marketing. And about 6% of our alumni have graduated with a Master's of Business Administration. Many of our alumni also hold 2 or more degrees or certificates, so they definitely have a lot of Penman pride. Hey, I have another question for you all. What are some of the biggest states you think we have our highest alumni populations in? California, New York, definitely New Hampshire, for sure. Texas, Ohio. Yeah, these are super great guesses. So as the map shows, these are some of our biggest buckets of alumni in the US. If you don't see your state represented, do not worry. There are most likely alumni, if not in your community, one of the towns over from you. Our SNHU alumni are truly everywhere. What also may surprise you is that SNHU is truly global. We have over 150 countries where alumni live and work. And some of our populations include Malaysia, Rwanda, Vietnam, Thailand, and Canada. In our office, we're so lucky to be able to work with amazing students, alumni, donors, volunteers, and staff and faculty at SNHU. These are just some of the ways in which we engage alumni and how alumni can engage with parts of the university that directly impact you. So as Alyssa mentioned, the Career Services team utilizes Handshake for jobs and internships. So what may be surprising is that folks who are recruiting for positions are SNHU alumni. So you could land a job or an internship where an SNHU alum could be your coworker or your boss. Our population runs super wide and deep. Also, as a student, you can apply to student scholarships. These scholarships may be directly funded by an alum or a member of the SNHU community who wants to support you in your educational journey. Through our office, we provide resources along with the Student Financial Services team. Oops, sorry, jumped. So there's so many amazing opportunities throughout the year in which our office collaborates on different events. As Mandy mentioned, they are an amazing team that we get to collaborate with on for pictures from when we visited Austin, Texas. We also partner with our faculty engagement team and the ceremonies and events team. And I was able to jump in on the Austin, Texas event, which was super fantastic. But it's so wonderful when we can build community together and meet each other, network with each other, hear stories, and the journeys in which you all are on. We have some upcoming events. We have a Red Sox game in Boston, and then some other opportunities in the near future. We were just in Portland too. We went to a Portland Sea Dogs game. So those are some of our summer fun events that we've been able to host in the last couple of months. The next 2 slides, this one and the next one, are really fantastic opportunities that you can participate as a student. And this is one of our biggest events. It's homecoming. It's really a great celebration that happens each year in October that celebrates all members of our SNHU community, from students both on campus and online, our faculty, staff, parents and supporters, and alumni. There's so many events that happen. It's a really great way to just join in on the fun in person or virtual. Some of our favorite hits of our virtual events are our virtual 5K. We have a paint night, bingo, and I think we're doing speed trivia this year. So it's going to be super fun. So you definitely want to save the date for homecoming. It'll be October 18th through 20th of this year. I'll plop the link in the chat after I wrap up. The next slide, this one is for Global Days of Service, which happens each year in March and April. It's a month-long opportunity where alumni, students, faculty, and staff come together in service. And so in this past year, we had over 1,500 new students, staff, faculty, alumni, and volunteers contributing over 10,000 hours of service during the university's 9th annual Global Days of Service. So this year, next year actually is going to be our 10th year, which is super exciting. But participants were able to join in an official project in the area, do a project on their own. And so we had service projects that took place across 47 states, Guam, and 5 countries. GDS also had 28 site leaders return from previous years, and we had 25 new site leaders. So we're super excited to be celebrating our 10th anniversary of this great movement in 2025. So you might be asking yourself, is it worth staying connected? Yes, you can connect with our office as a current student by attending events, following us on social, and we're just super excited to support you in your journey and can't wait to connect. Wishing you all the best of luck.
Well, hello, everybody, and happy Thursday afternoon. Y'all, if you can't tell, this team is just so excited to welcome you to SNHU, and we sure hope that you are learning a lot today. We know that it's a lot of information and it can be kind of overwhelming. But just know that you have so many people here at SNHU to help you support your success to achieve your goals and your dreams. And we're not going anywhere. So, take a deep breath, kind of soak everything in from today. Take a minute and kind of explore SNHU Connect when you get access. Remember, it can take like 7 to 10 days and after you get registered for classes to get that access. But explore that when you get a chance. Check out the clubs. Click on the career team, click through academic support, check out all the ways to get involved with us, work with career services, like take it day by day. Just know that we're so excited that y'all are here. So anybody in here who is taking IDS 105 or SNHU 107, those are 2 classes that we have dedicated support and just-in-time resources available for your success as a student in those 2 classes. James, you can advance the slide for me. Both of those classes have what is called a dedicated learning community. So there's a learning community for IDS 105 and a learning community for SNHU 107. Those are located inside of SNHU Connect. So once you get access, you can search those 2 communities and you can find them right away. And in those specific communities, we have the opportunity for y'all to connect with each other. So get to know other students that are taking that class that might not be in your specific classroom, but are still taking the course. Plus, we have a lot of students who have taken the class previously that pop in there and still check in and welcome students. If you pop in there here, you're going to see us ending this current term, but we're getting excited and welcoming some new students too. These learning communities have just-in-time resources, like I mentioned. What does that mean? It means that there are weekly webinars and there are these focus videos, which are quick little videos, but they walk you through the concepts and the assignments from week to week. Sometimes we just need somebody to show us where to click, how to find something, how to download it, like walk us through some of the assignment questions to make sure that we understand how to actually do our homework and our assignments, right? A lot of you may have been out of the classroom for a while and you're jumping back in, or maybe this is your first time ever as a college student, or maybe you're somewhere in between. No matter what you have these resources, these weekly webinars from week to week, plus these little quick focus videos that like walk you through like how to find the discussion board, how to upload an assignment, how to find the academic support team, and all these other amazing resources that are here. And what does that do? It just helps us support your success here as a student as you work towards achieving your degree. Couple of things to know about the learning communities. They, again, are located in SNHU Connect. Please make sure that you are checking your university email and checking those course announcements consistently in your classroom spaces, because your instructors will post helpful reminders about where to find these webinars, what's coming up, if there's another live session, or things that you might be stuck on. Plus, you'll get reminders in your university SNHU email to find those webinars too. We do have a pre-term webinar coming up for students that are taking IDS 105 and SNHU 107. You can go ahead and click the next slide, James. We have a webinar coming up that's going to walk you through your kind of top 10 tips for getting started. That webinar is coming up here quickly. Please know to save the date for Wednesday, August 28th at noon East Coast time. So save the date for that if you're taking IDS 105 or SNHU 107. It'll be held in teams just like this. The link to join that will be sent out to your university email. Plus, instructors like to post those reminders in their course announcement. So I hope to see you there too. Please know we're so excited to have you, and I'm going to turn it over to our next presenter. Have a great rest of your week, everybody.
All right. So once again, it's me, Dr. J, and I'm going to share a little bit with you all about the peer mentorship program. So we know that coming to SNHU, coming to any institution, it can be daunting, and you're like, okay, where do I go? But we have a program to help out with that. We have a list of peer mentors who have been there and have done that. They are current and or immediate past students and really understand how to support our learners based upon the different experiences and what they may need. So the peer mentorship program, I'm going to explain to you what it's not. It's not tutoring. We already talked about tutoring, as that was talked about earlier with academic support. They're not the individuals that you can bring your paper to and they'll help you out with that. They can connect you with the resources. So if you're like, okay, how do I connect with academic support? They can assist you with that if you just need like some support or navigation with that. But ultimately, what a peer mentor is set to do is to really help to motivate you and to help you navigate the various resources at the institution. So they are definitely there to support you with that, to kind of share their practices, what they've done, along with how can it meet your needs. They want to make sure that they do what's best for you. So whether it's those personal stories, those tips, those strategies from a peer perspective, they can provide all of that. So this is just some data to show you what can be gained with being a peer, with engaging with peer mentorship. So this is just some snapshots of a couple of photos from one of our immediate past peer mentors, Kat, and what she did and all the connections that she made, along with the data, what mentees are likely to gain as far as, increased graduation, increased persistence, increased productivity. All of these are byproducts of engaging effectively with peer mentorship. And then what should you do as a mentee? Take advantage of the opportunities, engage in those academic and developmental goals, bring those to the forefront in your session, contribute, to the agenda by sharing your schedule, your plan, so that we know, so that they know how to best support you and what you have coming your way. And then just seek feedback and apply it. Right. I think one of the greatest points that we tend to lose is not accepting feedback. Feedback is so essential for us. You kind of take what you can get from it and then take it out and apply it, right? Whether it's in your workplace, whatever it may be, take that. Simmer on it and then think about, okay, what can I do as my next action to get me to the next step? What different strategies or approaches do I need to employ so that I can be better suited to get the goal, to make that grade, to connect better with my instructor, to perform better or connect with the student group that I have not done right now. And then last but not least, just commit to those. So the mentors are great as far as accountability partners. So with that, if you're interested in connecting with a peer mentor. We would love to have you engage with the mentors. They're great. They truly understand what is needed for you and your support at SNHU. And I'm going to drop that in the chat. There's a link to a form to just like share your insights. If you want to be a part of that, feel free to fill out that form, and we will be sure to get some outreach to you from a peer mentor to help you in your next steps of engagement. All right, so that brings us to a close. And if you have your cell phones on you, feel free to go ahead and scan this QR code. What that will do is take you to a quick survey where we would love to just get your insights. And feel free to fill out that survey. We value your insights. That'll be great for us. My apologies for some of the progression issues as far as the slides. I was kind of one man, kind of trying to progress the slides. It's a little quirky there, but thank you so much to the presenters for the patience and just going through all this information, right? It may seem like a lot, but we have your back. We're going to make sure that you have what you need and that you're able to apply it as much as possible. So know that you're on the other side of the screen. There are people here to support you, here to connect you with resources that are passionate about your success. All right. So with that being said, that closes us out. Fill out that survey. A lot of information was shared, and this recording will be available. So thank you all so much. Have a great day and much success and connections to you as you persist at SNHU.